Hello everyone! Today we're going to be looking into some realistic and unrealistic stuff, details, little elements in the Wild West. So yeah, let's get into it. And first of all, we have a little detail that I found while playing the Wild West. I was actually completing a quest that told me that I had to kill, I don't know, like 25 hostiles with my bow. And that's when I realized that if you go for a shot on the Wendigo bow, but you don't actually shoot the arrow is actually going to stay in your hand, which I think is a pretty neat little detail. So as you can see, the arrow is going to go into my hand when I'm about to shoot, and it's not going to magically disappear once I decide not to shoot the arrow. Which is pretty realistic if you think about it, because in real life, arrows don't disappear from your hands. The next insignificant but pretty cool little detail that I found out while playing the game is that now the smoke that comes out of your gun actually stays on the barrel of the gun instead of just floating around. So if you pay close attention, the smoke that comes out of the barrel is actually going to stick to the barrel even as I move my gun around. Back then it didn't do this. I don't know why they chose to add it now. Maybe they thought it was a good feature to add alongside the capybaras or something.
Okay, I'll pull up. How about
Speaking of capybaras, the third realistic thing I found is that capybaras will actually eat any kind of melon that you throw on the ground, not necessarily only the ones that you buy from the general store. To try this out for ourselves, let's get a melon at the Brown City General Store. Oh wait, there aren't any. Well then surely there's some in Puerto Dorado, right? Or maybe not. So there must be some at the Dolores Ranch, right? Oh yeah, finally. Yeah, I don't know why they made it so you can only get them at the Dolores Ranch. Kinda weird. But now that we have acquired our precious melon, we have to go find the other kind of melon, which is the slice, that you can find by killing a bunch of NPCs. So let's do that. And now that we have our two types of melon, all we have to do is find a capybara in the new spot on the map. Now we drop the melons, and we see the magic happen. Now moving on to some of the more unrealistic stuff that is in the game, such as, you guessed it, the horses that trip on a fucking cactus. This is when the stuff gets serious. Like actually, I'm not even talking about those big cactuses. I'm talking about the small ones, the tiny ones. Like am I supposed to believe that a big ass horse is gonna lose its balance from stepping on this? On this? Seriously. I can't even count the amount of times that I got arrested, that I lost a thunder log, or that I got killed because of one of these. So yeah, please fix. Anyways, moving on. We have an unrealistic detail in the game that pretty much everyone knows, which is that if you equip the same pistol 2 times, well, they're both going to share the same ammo capacity. That means that if I have 2 bullets left in one volcanic pistol, well, the other one is also going to have 2 ammo left. And even though this aspect of the game isn't very realistic, because well, in real life, different guns have different magazines, so they shouldn't share the same capacity, it kind of makes sense. I mean, Imagine someone had 2 Lancaster pistols. I see enough people complaining about players spamming 1 Lancaster. Now imagine 2. So I wouldn't have high hopes of them removing this to make the game more realistic or whatever. That brings us on to our third unrealistic thing, which is that outlaws don't seem to care if you just kill their friends in front of them. At least most of the time. I come over to Mr. Outlaw here, who's reading his newspaper, and I just do this. The guy right next to him is gonna get mad at me, is gonna try to kill me, but this guy just doesn't care. There's no way you didn't see that. I know you saw that. I'll give you some of what you deserve. What a bad friend. And after doing some very scientific testing, I found out that sometimes, even if they're right next to the guy I'm killing, they just won't have any reaction. Such as in this example, where we have Exhibit A sitting right next to Exhibit B. And if my finger so happens to slip and I accidentally shoot Exhibit A in the head, well, Exhibit B just doesn't seem to give a flying f*** about the fact that I just murdered his friend, which is not very realistic, I think. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that this is just a bug and that they're eventually going to fix it, but I guess for now it's pretty cool, because it's pretty useful when you have to kill hostiles for a quest. So that makes it 3 realistic details and 3 unrealistic details, but I wanted to add an honorable mention. And that's for the Bronze City bank guards, who literally work the most dangerous job in the whole world. I mean, considering that every single bank robbery starts with shooting each guard in the head, you would think that there just wouldn't be anyone willing to do this job anymore. And not only does every single bank robbery start with killing the guards, but like, the bank gets robbed all the time. Like, it resets and it gets robbed, and then it resets and it gets robbed again. So maybe the pay is like very, very good. And yeah, sure, this might be unrealistic, but I mean, the whole robbery system just would not work if this was realistic, so I think we can let this one fly. So that pretty much wraps up the video. I hope you found it enjoyable. So yeah, subscribe if you feel like it, like the video, blah blah blah, YouTuber stuff. And yeah, see y'all in the next one.